I thought that the last month was a surprise, but June was just wow. With record high inflation and the recent interest hike in June, you might be thinking, are home prices in Oakville still going down? Are the homes still selling like they were a few months ago? Is there more or less inventory than last month? Is it a good time to buy yet? How is the Oakville real estate market overall? Let's take a look at the latest data for the Oakville detached market as of July 2022 and answer some of these questions. When it comes to median home sale prices of detached homes in Oakville, there is only a drop of 3% in the month of June 2022. In the last month, the median home sale price only dropped by around $50,000 and is now sitting at the lower end of $1.7 million. I say only because if you have been paying attention, we have been seeing a 6 to 8% drop month over month since March. Amazing when you consider that the median home sale price was $2.2 million at the start of the year. But the latest price drop has been the smallest drop in a while. So it seems like the home prices are starting to level off and stabilize. Home prices are now where they were at the second half of last year. Now, if we compare the current home prices with what they were last year at the exact same time, they're still 2.6% higher. So now the question is, how much more are the prices going to drop if the interest rates go up again in July? Looking at home prices alone doesn't tell us the entire story. Let's take a look at the changes in sale volume of detached homes in Oakville so far. In the month of June 2022, only 96 detached homes sold in Oakville. Last month, it was 135 homes that sold, so that's a 34% drop and an 81% drop from the peak in March 2022 with a record high of 227 sales. Unlike home prices, sales continue to drop drastically every month since March. But why are sales dropping so fast? You would think with the home prices on the decline, sales would be going in the opposite direction. So before I make any judgments, let's take a look at the inventory so that we can understand the market better. Here are the number of new detached homes coming to the Oakville market every month. For June 2022, 315 homes came to the market, only a 5% decrease from the last month and a 32% drop from the peak in March. However, the decline in this month hasn't been as drastic as the previous month. The trend is showing us that there are still a decent amount of detached homes coming to the Oakville market every month. This is especially true when you compare the numbers with last year. The number of new listings are double of what they were in the later half of 2021. If we put the sale volume and the number of new listings on the same graph, you will see that the gap between the two are widening more and more every month. And that's because the number of sales is dropping much faster than the number of new listings, which is an indicator that the inventory is trending up. This is great for buyers because they have a lot of options to choose from, but not as much for sellers. Notice last year and even the starting of this year, we had a strong seller's market as the gap between the new listings and the sale volume was very small. Homes were selling at the same pace as they were entering the market. And contrast that with the buyer's market we are in right now. The gap is very large. TREBB has a statistic called the months of inventory, which tells us how many months it would take for the current inventory to run out, given that homes continue to sell at the rate that they are right now and that there is no new listings coming to the market. Looking at the months of inventory for detached homes in Oakville, we can see that the inventory is drastically increasing each month since March, following a big spike of inventory we saw at the start of the year. And this is because of what we have just covered in this video. The number of new listings is outpacing the number of sales. Even though both of these are on decline, the number of new sales is dropping much faster than the number of new listings. So just to summarize, the inventory levels are rising every month and the market overall is starting to cool down. There are and there will be a lot of homes sitting on the market in the next month or so. So if you're a buyer that qualifies for a mortgage and has the down payment, you have leverage and you have options. So I encourage you to go out there and start shopping today for a great deal. The last thing I want to cover is how long are detached homes in Oakville sitting on the market on average before they sell. Here's a graph that shows you the median number of days it takes to sell a detached home in Oakville. I thought that the last month was a surprise, but June was just wow. Going from a record high of 9 days all the way to 14 days. Homes are now taking more than 2 weeks to sell all of a sudden. It's safe to say that the market has definitely slowed down. So let's sum up the market update in a few key takeaways. Home prices were dropping at a considerable rate, but they have started to plateau now. Home inventory is rising really quick because of the number of sales that are dropping fast every month. Homes are still entering the market at a slower but considerable rate. Homes are sitting on the market twice as long as they were just a month or two ago. But the real eye-opener is that the number of sales are dropping fast every single month and there's no sign of a plateau right now. The recent interest rate hike in June has definitely slowed down the Oakville real estate market even further. And with another potential potential interest rate hike coming on July 13, expect this trend to continue for the next couple of months. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and tell me in the comment section below, how has the volatility of the real estate market in Oakville has affected your decision to make a move? I'm a local realtor in Oakville, and if you want to chat with me about your own unique situation, book some time with me using the Calendly link in the description below. Thanks for watching. I'm Raj Phull, your local guide in Oakville.